What's up, guys? This video will serve as a basic guide to getting into multiplayer in Age of Empires 3. Now, whether you're a new player entirely or you're coming back and haven't played in years, maybe decades, I'm going to give you some of the most important things to think about and to concentrate on when you're starting off. So let's get right into it. Number 1. Make villagers constantly. This might feel like it's sometimes overstated, or might be the first thing people tell you all the time, but it can't be overstated. It's so important because if you're not making villagers and your opponent is, you will eventually fall behind in economy, and it's very difficult to stay in a game if you're not constantly producing villagers. The only time you might not be making villagers is if you're trying to hold a push or a rush and you want to save for an extra unit or two, or maybe Minutemen. That's the only time where it's acceptable to not be making villagers. Number 2, aim to age up to age 2 by about 5 minutes. That means clicking up around 3 minutes 30 seconds. Now, some civs are a little bit different, some are quite a bit earlier, but in general, you want to try to get to the second age by 5 minutes to deal with any rushes that might be coming your way, get your shipments in faster. This isn't considered fast, but it's not necessarily slow. For a beginner though, this is a good target to try to hit age 2 by. Number 3, choose a strategy when the game starts. Now, you don't have to have anything extremely specific, you just want to have something in mind of what your goal is for the game, whether that's a fast fortress, a semi-fast fortress, a fast industrial, a boom of some sort. We want to have something in mind and potentially even a card order when you start the game. When you see your opponent, what civilization they are, you want to have something in mind that you're shooting for. Number 4, practice and repeat that build order. It's good to pick a card order that you're going to practice over and over again and get down your timings, find out all the intricacies of that build order. You want to polish your build, master it. You don't have to do too many different build orders. You just want to practice what it takes to get something finely tuned. Number 5, watch your recorded games. This one is one of the more time-consuming things, but it is also one of the best ways to see your mistakes and correct on them. So those are the 5 very basic principles and things to focus on when you're learning the game or you're getting back into the game. Now, these next 5 things are for improving. If you really want to improve, you already have a good basic understanding of the game and concepts, and you want to improve. Number 1, practice or start using hotkeys. This is not something that's essential, but if you want to improve, you can be quicker with your actions. You can do multiple things at once and not have to look at your keyboard or focus on part of the UI to click units or text. You can just use a hotkey. Number 2, control groups. While hotkeys and control groups are very similar, I separate them because control groups are more about multitasking. You can bounce around the map very quickly. You can do multi-prong attacks, multiple raids at once. These are essential for improving. Number 3, scout or read your opponent. While it's good to have a strategy in mind for yourself, it's always important to scout what your opponent is doing and react appropriately. Number 4, watch streams or tournament games. Again, this is not something that's essential, but this is very important to learning new ideas, watching the best players with their build orders, and understanding how matchups play out. If you watch streams of top players and you watch tournament games, you will definitely pick up on some new things. And number 5, diversify your civ pool. Once you have the basics down, you're learning good mechanical skills, you're improving, you can then look to diversify your civ pool. When you do this, you get to see different aspects of all the civilizations and you get to understand the matchups from both sides. You can get better at facing civs that you struggle against by playing that civ and learning its weaknesses. When you struggle playing a civ, you can understand better how to face that civ. When you start with the 5 basic things I've talked about today and add the next 5 things to improve, you can definitely be ready to climb the ladder. Good luck, guys.